The message arrived on a Tuesday morning, transmitted through quantum channels that spanned half the galaxy. Admiral Kane read it 3 times before the words truly sank in. His hands trembled as he set down the datapad, the weight of those simple sentences crushing down upon him like a collapsed star. "They took Emma," he whispered to the empty command center. "They took our little girl." Emma Ross was 7 years old. She had been visiting the diplomatic station on Kepler 442b with her parents, both xenobiologists studying the peaceful Valerian coral gardens. The Galactic Council had deemed humans too aggressive for full membership, relegating them to observer status. Humanity had accepted this judgment, eager to learn from the ancient civilizations that had ruled the stars for millennia. The Council's mistake was assuming human restraint meant human weakness. According to the report, Emma had wandered too close to a restricted Altarian meditation chamber. The blue-skinned Altarians considered her presence a contamination of their sacred space. Their solution was swift and merciless. They subjected the child to a neural suppression field designed to cleanse her of human aggression. The process nearly killed her. It left Emma in a coma, her young mind struggling to recover from the alien technology that had torn through her neural pathways, like acid through silk. The Council's response to humanity's outrage was dismissive. They offered compensation credits and suggested that humans should better control their offspring. They had no idea what they had just unleashed. Admiral Kane stood before the assembled fleet commanders, his weathered face carved from granite. Behind him, the holographic display showed Emma's small form lying motionless in a medical pod, machines keeping her fragile body alive. "The Council believes we are a young, impulsive species," Kane said, his voice carrying the cold certainty of a funeral dirge. "They think our emotions make us weak. They are about to learn that our emotions make us the most dangerous force this galaxy has ever known." The room fell silent. These were hardened veterans who had fought pirates and raiders across the outer rim. They had seen worlds burn and civilizations fall, but none had seen the look that now filled their admiral's eyes. "Sir," Commander Blake spoke carefully, "the Council controls over 3,000 worlds. Their fleets outnumber us 50 to 1. Kane turned to face the tactical display. The galaxy spread before them, a spiral of stars and civilizations built over millions of years. The Council's territories glowed in serene blue, vast and seemingly untouchable. "Numbers are irrelevant," Kane replied. "They hurt a human child. They hurt our child. Every human in this galaxy is family, and family protects family." The first strike came without warning. The Altarian homeworld's defense grid simply vanished, every satellite and station reduced to expanding clouds of superheated gas. Humanity's new weapons technology, developed in secret for decades, proved devastatingly effective. Quantum torpedoes that ignored shields, AI-controlled fighter swarms that learned and adapted in real time, and something the humans called planet crackers that could shatter entire worlds. The Altarian surrender came within hours, but Kane was not interested in surrender. He was interested in making a point. The second wave targeted the Council's central command worlds. The reptilian saurians, who had ruled the Galactic Senate for 10,000 years, watched their capital burn from orbit. The crystalline Nexari, whose computational networks had managed interstellar trade for millennia, found their data cores corrupted by human cyber warfare viruses that laughed at their firewalls. By the end of the first week, 17 Council worlds lay in ruins. The ancient species that had dismissed humanity as primitive barbarians suddenly found themselves outmatched by a race they had considered barely worthy of contact. The breaking point came when the Council's emergency session convened on Centralis Prime, the galaxy's political heart. The assembled delegates, representing thousands of species and millions of years of combined civilization, watched in horror as human battle fleets materialized around their world. "You have one chance," Kane's voice echoed through the great chamber, via hologram. Behind him, Emma still lay unconscious, her small chest rising and falling with mechanical precision. "You will provide our medical teams with complete access to your neural suppression technology. You will fund research into reversing the damage done to this child. And you will formally apologize to the human species for your cruelty." The Altarian, delegate, his blue skin pale with fear, stepped forward. "Admiral, surely we can negotiate terms that—" "There are no terms," Kane interrupted. "There is only what you will do to save your remaining worlds. You have injured something precious to us. Now you will help us heal her, or we will demonstrate just how creative human aggression can become." The Council's capitulation was swift and complete. Within days, the galaxy's finest medical minds were working around the clock to repair the damage done to Emma's neural pathways. The Altarians surrendered their entire medical database. The Saurians provided funding equivalent to the GDP of entire star systems. 3 months later, Emma Ross opened her eyes. Her first words were asking for her parents. Her second were wondering why everyone was crying. The galaxy had learned a fundamental truth about humanity that day. They were not merely aggressive or impulsive. They were creatures who would burn down the stars themselves to protect their young. The Council's membership offer arrived the next morning, along with a formal apology and a promise that such an incident would never occur again. Admiral Kane read the message once and deleted it. The humans had something more valuable than Council membership now. They had the galaxy's respect and, more importantly, its fear. Emma Ross grew up to become a xenobiologist like her parents, studying the same Valerian coral gardens where her ordeal had begun. She never knew that her childhood tragedy had reshaped galactic civilization itself. She only knew that wherever humans went in the galaxy, other species stepped aside with a mixture of awe and terror. The stars belonged to many species, but the galaxy remembered who ruled them.